Hi everybody. Whew, yeah, just finished a game of badminton. I was dying. I may not have told him, but after 5 minutes I thought I was going to collapse. My heart was going, I was like, "Ooh." I suppose the question is that what did we do and what did we learn? So, hi there. My name is Abbas and I run the Optical Mentor Program. Now, the whole point of this podcast is to help you grow your businesses to be as successful as they can be, just as I've done with my practice in central London. How are we going to do this? I'm going to be giving you hints, tips, sales processes, systems and processes that you can implement to make your lives easier, for your shops to work smart, not hard, and grow your businesses to be as successful as they can be. So please share with other owners or other business owners that you feel could benefit from this, and let's grow together. Hi everybody. Yeah, just finished a game. Whew, yeah, just finished a game of badminton with one of the Optical owners that I'm currently working with. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was dying. I may not have told him, but after 5 minutes I thought I was going to collapse. My heart was going, I was like, ooh. It was drastic, but I got there in the end and I forgot to take my bottle of water. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you going to play badminton? And how is that going to help as a fellow Optical owner with regards to business or trying to grow their business or whatever they're trying to do? So there was a number of reasons why I decided to take this individual for badminton. So number one, the gentleman had played badminton for 3 years. So he'd been playing it for quite a while, and it's something that he enjoys and something that he sticks to on a regular basis. So I thought to myself, okay, let's do something different. Let's get out of our sort of comfort zone. Let's go and play badminton. Now, when I say out of our comfort zone, more out of my comfort zone, because the only time I've really played badminton is in the garden with my kids. And I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes my kids are a little bit better than me, which is quite embarrassing. But it was really good fun, and I have to admit, crazy day. But my back, just a bit stiff from all of that running around. So I suppose the question is that what did we do and what did we learn? So in total, we played 4 games of badminton in a space of 1 hour. So the first game, I said, right, what you're going to do is, because you've got so much experience, because you play on a regular basis and you play once a week, you're going to play at 40% of what your level is. So, and I was playing at 100%. I was running around, I was doing this, I was doing that. I could have even been doing cartwheels. I was running around so much. Now, what happened was that at 40%, we were playing, and the first 2 points he won easily, no problem. And then I won a point, then he won a point, then I won another 2 points. And the game was actually very close. And in the end, the game finished 11-9. Now, the question is that why is that so important? So what I wanted to show to people is that when you're playing at 40%, and you know that you have the skill set to do whatever you need to do to win, you can win. However, after a period of time when you're doing it, complacency will seep in. And the same thing happens to us as owners, and the same thing happens to our team members. If we are not constantly behind them and making sure that we are pushing them the right way that they need to be, and if they're only working at 40%, that's when mistakes start to happen. We might make a mistake ordering some lenses. We may not give the full 100% high quality customer experience that we're expecting to give to our clientele. So that was the first real sort of lesson that needed to be learned from the first game. The second game, I said, right, what you're going to do now is you're going to play at 70% of your capability, or 70% energy into the game. And this game was very different. He ended up winning 11-5. And, he went through the motions and he won quite straightforward. Now, the reason why I wanted to show that is that he'd seen me play for the first 10 minutes when he was playing at 40%. So he'd already gained the knowledge of what to expect from myself. And it's like when we're looking at our patients' records, what you do is that in advance, if you look at the patient records, you know what to expect from them. So what you can do is that you can adapt your game based on that. He was doing drop shots, he was doing smashes. I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought he was Nadal, obviously in a different sport because Nadal's in tennis, but he was playing fantastic. And what it was just to show him that, to be honest, even if you're not running around like a crazy animal like I was, even if you're working at 70% or moving around at 70%, if you use your skill set, your knowledge, and your determination, you can be successful. And it's about working smart, not hard. So therefore, that was the lesson related to that. Then it came to the third game. And this was my favorite game because this is a game that I actually won. And I said to him, you know what? You're going to play 100%. You're going to kill me. You're going to murder me. But you're going to play with your left hand. And as soon as I said that, he was like, what? how's that fair? What do you mean, play with my left hand? So I said, no, you're going to play with your left hand. So what he did was that he was playing with his left hand. And every single time that, we'd do a rally, he would come up and he'd go like this, and he would miss it. And he'd be like, and then again, and again he'd miss it. Now, what is the moral of the story? So, when we first started, he was like upset and he was thinking, oh God, this is so annoying. As in like, why is he making me do this? But at the end of the day, he carried on. And what he noticed was that after he played this game for about 20 minutes, this was our longest game, he started to become more comfortable on his left hand. And it just shows that if you put your effort into something, no matter what it is, and you do it consistently every day for whatever period of time it takes, you will automatically get it better at it. I'm not going to lie to you, he got very close to beating me. And that shows how bad really I am. But I mean, I think the score was like 11-7 or 11-8 in the end, and he was playing with his left hand. But it just showed that, as I said, if you put your mind to it and you do something for 30 days in a row, you can become quite good. And I said to him that I reckon if you played with your left hand consistently for the next 30 days, you'll probably be at 80% of what your right hand is. The other thing we learned from it was that, sometimes you get frustrated and you get annoyed, and in his case, he was getting frustrated and he was getting annoyed. But the beauty of it was he wasn't showing it, and he wasn't bursting out. And that was a great piece of, a great skill that he had, really. Now, the reason why I say that is because, look, sometimes we're going to get frustrated. We're going to get frustrated by, either our colleagues, by, as I said, the members of the public who are coming through the door, or even ourselves. But it's important for you not to let it out. It's so important for you to sort of keep control in the environments that you're in, to make sure that you're not showing it to everyone else, because it could affect them. The other thing that he was doing was that when he was trying to do it, he was looking left and right. And he was looking at the people who were playing next to him, and because he was embarrassed. But it just shows that, look, don't worry about anybody else. Forget the outside world, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. And that's exactly what we were doing for him. He was getting out of his comfort zone, having to play with his left hand. And it's frustrating. It's embarrassing. You don't know what to do. As I mentioned in the little short video previously, it's like being it's a bit like being Bambi on ice. Yeah, you're falling all over the place. You don't know what to do. But sometimes you need to do it to progress and to become stronger. And that's what he was doing. But the biggest thing that he did was, I said halfway through the game, okay, I said, right, what you're going to do is that when you're playing with your left hand, you're finding it difficult. But with your backhand, you're even worse. You're terrible. You're not getting anything. So I said, well, what you can do with your left hand now is that you can support it with your right hand just on the handle. Now, what was the reason for that? Now, the reason for that was because I wanted to show him that sometimes there are going to be certain situations where you need to tweak the rules. Now, I said to him he can play with his left hand, but at no point did I ever say to him that you can't use your right hand to support when you're doing a backhand. And what he did was, as soon as he started doing it, his game improved. And this is where, for example, you need to be the support to your colleagues. They might be finding something difficult to do. And sometimes you need to be there to make sure that you're able to get the shuttlecock back over the fence or back over the net, as per se. You need to be there for your family members outside of work sometimes as well, or your friends. Sometimes they need somebody just to be that support. Or like myself, like what I do at the Optical Mentor, sometimes you need a coach in order to help you to sort of get you in the right direction. And that's what we learned from game number 3, which I won, just to reinforce. Yes, I won. The fourth game was another interesting game. So I said to him, right, now, you know what? We're going to let everything loose. Don't worry, you're going to play 100%. Yep, you've got the opportunity to play 100% with your right hand. And he was like, oh yes, fantastic. And I said, the only difference is that now you have to hit the shuttlecock between this specific area, yeah, as in within the lines on the court, because I don't know what the rules are, but I said within the lines within the court. Where me, on the other hand, I have the opportunity to hit the shuttlecock anywhere I want, as long as it goes over the net. Whether it goes out, whether it goes in, it doesn't matter. If that happens, I win the point. Again, he was like, oh, it's me against the world. How is that fair? I said, don't worry, what you're going to do. And he did brilliantly. He adapted his game naturally in order to combat how I was playing. So rather than doing a short serve where I could just, receive it and smash it right back to the end of court, and there's no way, even if he hit the wall, I'd win the point. What he was doing was he was hitting his serves long, which made me go backwards, where I had to sort of hit it back, and then he could just do a drop shot. And what he did was he used his skill set, but he adapted the way that he played his game in order to succeed. And in the end, he hammered me like 28-15 or something, because I just said, look, let's just carry on. Just keep going. Don't worry about getting to 11. You just keep going. And at one stage, he won 10 points in a row. And he was determined to beat me. Yeah, and he was resilient, and he wanted to push, and he adapted to the environment or to the game that he'd been put in. And that's what we need to be doing on a regular basis. We need to adapt to our situation, yeah, and we need to really go for it. And that's when, for example, when things are against you, you have to go 100%, really try your level best and get to the top and make sure that you win that game. Now, it was fantastic and it was great. And the final lesson we learned from that is that in his case, he felt like the independent practice, where, for example, he knows that his population of people that can hit is only very small. Where me, I was like that big green monster, or whatever you want to call it, as in any multiple, yeah, on the high street, or any big chain on the high street. I had the opportunity to take on the whole world. But what he did is that he niched down within those lines. He specialized with what he could do within those lines, with that drop shot or with that smash. And what I mean by that is specialize. Yeah, niche down to the clientele that you want coming into your shop. Because at the end of the day, you don't have the outreach that that the multiples have out there, because their marketing is too strong and they do it fantastically, and their level of service is starting to improve as well. However, we have something different. We have you and me. Yeah, and that's where we can impasse, where we can grow, where we can get better, yeah, and we can take them over and we can win. So remember, keep going, keep pushing, keep niching down, and I guarantee you'll be successful. In the end, I said to him, so what about my performance? And he said, you know what? You were working hard. And that's it. He didn't say you were productive, he just said you were working hard. And this just shows that, look, as practice owners, we can run around like crazy headless chickens, running around trying to do everything, sweating, madness. You think you're doing great because you're running around and you're doing this and you're doing that, and yeah. But sometimes, it's not beneficial, because if you don't have a direction of where you want to go, all you're going to do is you're just going to run around the court like this. Yeah, you'll get a few brownie points and you'll win a few points here and there, but at the end, you're always going to lose. So what you need to do is make sure that you have direction, make sure you have goals, make sure that you are identifying how you want to work, and then move on from there. Now, as I said, if you need any help, always here to help. Hope you enjoyed the content, and more importantly, hopefully there's one or two tips in there which you think, yeah, you know what, I can implement that in my practice to help me grow my business to be as successful as it can be. So please share with your fellow professionals. And if you want to know more about how the Optical Mentor can help you grow your business, please link in the bio, and we'll be happy to reach out and have a conversation to see where we can grow together.